and the musical go together like philanthropy and the origin story of the small town.
In today's Know Your Nonprofit, which is brought to you by Glow Aesthetic Clinic, we are welcoming Daniel with the Theodore Roosevelt Medora Foundation. First of all, thank you so much for being with us today, Daniel.
Yeah, Amber, Sarah, thank you for having us on. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, there's so many amazing things to do in Medora, and you just keep on adding more fun things. Tell us about this camp.
If you're not green and growing right, you're ripe and dying. And we really feel like we owe it to the public as we are stewards of Medora and the good work that Harold Schaefer did way back when, what Teddy Roosevelt and the Marquis de Moraes did, you know, putting this small town on the map. So as we do our projects and our programs, we always think, how can we grow it? How can we make it more accessible for people of all ages and abilities? And Sarah, you talked about the horse camp, right? This is not jumping over barrels, equestrian, Kentucky Derby city. This is for girls 8 to 15 years old who really want to learn about horsemanship, right? And Kirsten, who's from Georgia, who's our riding stables manager, said it best when she described saddling a horse as a dance, right? If you and that horse don't have this relationship, it's not happening, right? So the gals who put this together, Laurel Nelson of Fergus Falls, Minnesota, one of our current board members, and Tracy Martin, a doctor from Fargo who was a past board member, they said, Daniel, we want to get girls on a horse, right? It's the mission of Medora. There's not a prettier place in the country to ride than the Badlands. How can we do this? The Medora Girls Cowgirl Camp was born.
Cowgirl Camp, you guys, the first year. Now, you said there's already so much excitement and popularity for this camp.
Already sold out.
Sold
so
out.
If you're hearing this and you want your little cowgirl to get into the camp, still sign up at Medora.com under the Cowgirl tab. We're making a waiting list. Things happen. It's North Dakota, so the weather's going to stop somebody from coming, right? You know, whether it's wind or a snowstorm in June. So get on that waiting list there. And then with its popularity, we're no dummies at the Theodore Roosevelt Medora Foundation. We found lightning in a bottle, so we're already looking to get another one up and running for this summer. So people can check Medora.com, our Facebook page, and hopefully we can get another Cowgirl Camp up soon for this summer.
The demand is definitely there.
Yeah.
And I was...
Go ahead.
Sorry,
I didn't
Sarah.
realize that it was a nonprofit, actually, the Medora Foundation.
Yeah. So, Amber, I'll ask you this personal question.
Yes.
Have you ever taken a bubble bath in your life growing up?
So many.
Right? I'm glad. We bathed here in North Dakota, right? We're the prettiest smelling state in the
Mr. Bubble.
Union. Mr. Bubble. So if any of your viewers out there have taken a bubble bath, use Mr. Bubble. I grew up using it. You helped Medora become what it is today because Harold Schaefer, who has a big gold building originally by the Capitol, he sold Mr. Bubble. And then in 1986, Harold's exiting the company. Airwick Industries, you know, they have Glade plugins and all that, is buying it. And Harold made a pretty penny, right? And he did like a lot of North Dakotans are going to do. Okay, I'm going to take care of my family, probably going to take a nice trip, and then I'm going to give back. And Harold's most important charity for him was Medora. He had owned the Medora musical since 1965, gradually buying properties in and around Medora in those intervening years. And up until '86, he said, well, if it's going to come out of my company and Airwick Industries out of England, they're not going to take care of Medora, right? I have to, right? So Harold steps in, makes the original seed gift, around a $1.5 million gift in 1986 to create the endowment for the Theodore Roosevelt Medora Foundation. In that time to today, we've had about 12,000 unique donors, right? We've almost raised $97 million in philanthropy to build things like the improvements to the musical, Bully Pulpit Golf Course, riding stables where we can have a cowgirl camp, right? And we've done so much more because, like Harold said, if Medora was going to survive, the public had to be interested, right? And if Medora was going to thrive, the public had to be really interested. Everything going on there, I think we can say the public is interested because Medora is thriving.
We are interested. You should be a professional storyteller, by the way. That was incredible. And thank you so much for being with us today, Daniel.
Yeah, we really, really appreciate it. Thanks for having us on here. It means a lot to us.
And viewers can learn more and make a gift to the foundation by visiting Medora.com.
Well, this has been Know Your Nonprofit, brought to you by Glow Aesthetics Clinic.
And make sure you still sign up, get on that waiting list for that Cowgirl camp, because you never know, they might add another one this summer.
That's really cool.
And it sounds like a blast.